trying to read the whole thing without breaking down. If this were to be our last conversation ever, what would you never want me to forget and why? What is my superpower when it comes to putting a smile on your face?
Well, that's another show. Your superpower when it comes to putting a smile on my face. I think that our banter together is amazing. I'm a little crazy and you're very receptive to that. And so when I'm dancing in the kitchen and you're shaking your head, it always makes me laugh and smile. But I think one of the things that you do the best are the small things, like the kiss on my shoulder as you walk past me, when you walk past and just barely touch me on my shoulder, kiss on the top of the head as you're going by. Those little things that feel very insignificant have huge value and meaning to me. And they always make me smile the most.
Well, I'll have to keep doing it then.
Yeah. Please don't stop doing that. What do you feel I'm hesitant to speak about and why?
What do I feel you are hesitant to speak about and why? Well, I would definitely say things that have caused you trauma early in your life, obviously before we met, but not even as an adult, just as a child growing up. I think those experiences that you feel like have scarred you or molded you into the person that you are, you're definitely hesitant to talk about, at least freely. If we do talk about it, I have to kind of initiate and maybe probe a little bit. And that's tough because I don't want to make you uncomfortable, but yet I also want to learn about who you are and why you're that person. And there's also a part of me that wants to be protective, even though these are things that have already happened. And obviously I wasn't there, but just that desire to protect you from those things. Yeah. Why do you think life brought us together the way it did? And why in that way?
I don't know that I've ever believed in fate or destiny or any of that until I met you. And I feel like we have been shafted several times throughout life. And we are good people. And we deserve the love that we have to offer each other. And I feel like life brought us together to show us that we are worthy, because we are kindred souls. You and I have never been more like two puzzle pieces that fit together than any other couple I've ever met. Life is unconventional. Our relationship is unconventional. So it makes sense that we would come together in an unconventional way. We are not traditional people. And it makes perfect sense that the way we came together was just the right timing in our lives, at just the right moment. It had to be. Had I waited one more day, had I been busy that day, that connection might not have been made. And so I am grateful every single day that I hit that button, I swiped, I saw that mud run picture, and I truly believe that the universe finally threw me a bone.
All right, that's what I am, huh? I mean, I'm going to try not to read too much into that, but you know, obviously neither of us are big like fate people, but I mean, if someone asked me that question and said, why do you think you came together at that? If I had to answer why I thought the universe or the world or whatever brought us together at that moment, I would say everybody deserves somebody that looks at them and says, I love you exactly the way that you are. And I think that we both have been in relationships where we felt less than that we weren't enough the way that we are, that we weren't beautiful the way that we are. And
we weren't broken.
And I think that to offer each other not just a safe space and not just the ability to say it's okay to be who you are, but I love you the way that you are. I think you're beautiful the way that you are. I think you're funny the way that you are. And mean it. I think that's really important. I mean, I wish that everybody would be able to experience that, but I know that that's not the case. So I feel really fortunate, and I know you do too, that we have that in each other, that we found that in each other.
Mm-hmm. Oh, hard to think about this. What do you feel is still left unsaid between us, and why do you think that is?
Wow. What do I feel like is still left unsaid between us?
And why?
I think that, I don't know about unsaid, but we definitely don't talk about it a lot. I think that, you know, you just touched on it. I mean, the idea of what our lives would be like without one another. I think that we don't talk about that a lot because it's really frightening. And I think that I feel like both you and I are the kind of people that feel like admitting that you would not be the same person, that your life would not be as fulfilling, is almost like admitting weakness.
Right.
And I think that we don't want to admit weakness.
Because we're both so stubborn.
We're both very stubborn. And yet I know that's something that both of us think about. And I think there have been a lot of blessings about the fact that we kind of came together later in our lives. Mm-hmm. But I think that that's one of the, I don't want to say negative things, but more difficult things mm-hmm. about coming together later in life, is that you feel like you don't have as much time as you want. Yeah. Like we both feel like we might not have as much time as we want.
Yeah. That is really the worst thing.
Yeah.
I just can't even. And having said that, I'm glad we came together when we did.
Yeah. Well, me too, of course.
I think it's really hard for us to talk about how much we love each other for that reason alone, because it's scary. It's scary to have that much of a powerful love because of that fear of loss.
Yeah.
And we don't know how much time we have together.
No, we don't.
So we certainly live a life well lived together.
We make it count, for sure.
We do make it count.
Yeah.
And I promise to remind you every day how much I love you. So when that time is up, you'll know. You'll know you were loved deeply.
And I do. And I hope you feel the same.
I do.
Why am I always the one crying?
Because I hate intimacy.
this is why you brought me here. Oh, wait a minute. I brought us here. All right. If this were to be our last conversation, I should have known. Should have seen this coming. If this were to be our last, right. Trying to read the whole thing without breaking down. If this were to be our last conversation ever, what would you never want me to forget and why? About time.
I would say thank you. The first thing I would say is thank you. Because no matter what, I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for you, for teaching me that I'm lovable. I didn't think I was. I'm so grateful for you, for loving me, and reminding me that I'm not broken. Because I thought I was. I would want you to know that you are so beautiful in so many ways. You're loving in a way that you don't let other people see, but I see. And that every single moment of our time together has been the most beautiful time of my entire life. And you have given me a gift that nobody else can possibly give me. I would want you to know that I've never loved the way I love you, and you are worth it. You are worth that love, and that you've changed my life. You changed my life in so many ways. I didn't think people did in relationships. You taught me that you could be the best friend and lover of the same person. And I would want you to know that I'm okay and you're okay. And I'm just so thankful for you as a human being in my life every single day.
Thank you.
That's what I would want you to know.
I appreciate that.
What does my love feel like?
Your love feels like a lot of things. I think the first word that comes to my mind is safe. And, for me, I guess it doesn't sound like an exciting word, but for me, it's a really important word. I feel like love has to first feel safe to become anything else. Your love feels exciting. Your love makes me feel like it's okay to be myself, that I don't have to try and be somebody different. That you love me the way that I am. I feel like we still get butterflies, I still get excited about dates with you and holding your hand and watching you talk to other people. I'm proud. I'm grateful. And I feel 100% supported. All of those things are how your love feels to me.
I like that. Safe was a word because that's really important to me.
That was
I've told
the first
you
word.
how many times that you make me feel safe, but for me, If I think about what your love feels like, it feels easy. It feels calm in a world full of chaos. It feels like something I can rely on. It feels like a kiss on my shoulder when you're walking past me, or a little tap on my butt when you're moving past. It feels like this weight that's lifted. Your love feels weightless. It doesn't feel heavy. It feels connected. Your love really feels, I don't know how to put it, like appreciated. You know, your love, you give it to me so graciously that your love really makes me feel appreciative. I do. I love you with every single fiber of my being. I hope you feel that.
I do. And I know that we don't have any more questions, but I want to go back to the last question, because I feel like even though it's going to be really difficult to talk about, this is a good forum. And I want to, if you were to ask me, if this were our last conversation, what I would want you to know or remember, I want to have that opportunity to tell you, because you deserve to know. And I think that if this were our last conversation, what I would want you to know is how appreciative I am for you, for us, how much you've changed my life. I feel like I'm a better person because of you and because we met. I think that the number one thing that I would want you to know is, if all of this were to end tomorrow, I am still incredibly grateful for every moment that we've had from the beginning until now. And I want you to know that.
Me too.
I'm grateful for every day.
Me too. Thank you.
I love you.
I love you.
So, it's over.
It's
You can
over.
Take a deep breath.
Yeah.
How are you feeling now?
I feel really good. I feel like it was a really insightful, beautiful, meaningful experience. It was great.
There's something, I think, really intimate about just the face-to-face. I think to when we have conversations at home and you're not always looking at the person in the eye, and I think sitting right across from them is a really powerful way to have a conversation.
Yeah, powerful is a good word. It just felt really powerful.
I think looking back gives you great perspective going forward.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it does.
If you love the And Conversations or the And products, visit theskindeep.com/shop so you can purchase our products and experiences. Subscribe to any of our social media channels, and we really want to stay in touch and connect, improving the world one conversation at a time.